All right, so I want to give you your personalized walkthrough on this one, a bit more details. So let's see here. First, maintenance wise. So it's probably due for an oil change just about now. I always give it an oil change myself because it's so easy. So you may want to go ahead and look at getting an oil change once you get it. And every third oil change, I change the transfer case fluid and the rear and front differential fluid. Extremely easy, easier than changing the oil. So I'm not sure of your mechanical level, so just disregard anything that I may say that's too simple for you. But yeah, I just usually just change those every third oil change. So I would look at probably changing those. Other than that, maintenance wise, I can't think of anything you will need to do for it. The antifreeze was changed when I added the Mishimoto coolant filter system on here. If you go onto Amazon and bring up the Mishimoto coolant filter system, you'll see it and you'll be able to see what, I even have one of my videos out there. Actually, that's easier because you'll be able to see the filter number. There's a filter that they sell separately. I forgot how much it costs, like $8 or something. After running it for a little bit, I took the first one off, cut it open, and there wasn't much in there at all. So I think that filter will last a very, very long time. And what's cool about it, that this shiny hose you see here is part of it. So the coolant flows through there, but it also breaks off into a Y, and I'm assuming for if any reason that system was to get plugged up, it will bypass it and run it as it normally through the system. Let's see here. So things you have under the hood here is the Red Rock here. I want to get my little list here so I remember the names of everything. So you have the Red Rock cold air intake here. And this right here, the sock is on it too to get the finer particles, so it's not part of the system. So I highly recommend always keeping a sock on the filter. It gets those smaller particles. There is the throttle body spacer up in here as well. You do have I installed the oil catch can. I custom made a bracket on here to locate it here. What I like about it, you have this little dipstick here to be able to check the oil. You know, I'm not sure what you know about oil catch cans, but they're a great addition. And since it will be being shipped to you, when the shipping company comes out and pick it up, it's most likely going to be on an extreme angle on there because they're usually carrying multiple ones. So, and this is what you see a lot with the guys who off-road these, who have the oil catch cans. So when the oil is up in here from catching it, going on angles will put some back into the system and shoot it into the intake manifold, and then you'll get some smoke coming out to the back. Nothing wrong with that. So because it's going to be on an angle, when you get there, that first initial startup, possibly you may get a little bit of oil on that smoke on that initial startup, and that would be as a result of this, so you know about that. And this right here is the for hooking up all the lights. I only have the rock lights underneath hooked up to this right now, but you can hook up to 5 additional lights up in here. So this is the box up underneath, so you're able to make all your connections here. And the switch system is up over here. I think I have the rock lights hooked up to this one over here, I believe. All right. And let's see here, what else up underneath here. Oh, this right here is the cutoff switch to this right here. So I keep it off because this is wireless, and any wireless system may inadvertently kick it on. So I keep it off unless I ever need it. I don't foresee ever needing it. I got it because I think it's cool on here. But that's what this switch right here is for right here. I may come back to this part. As you can see, I custom painted that. Also got a YouTube on me doing that as well. These are not part of the whole system. This is aftermarket. I painted it and added them on. Typically, everyone uses that stick there. I'll put the hanger grill back on for you, but this isn't a factory one. This is an aftermarket grill right here that was painted to color match it. Let's see here. I added this to it. I don't think it's in the video. I don't recall. That way you can be legal compliant out there by having your front plate on there. I end up removing one of them in order to mount it there as well. It'll come with it though. Let's see here. None of the lights on the bumpers, well, these lights are hooked up not to the switch, but to where you normally hook up your lights at, where you can turn that one on. But the other ones on the front and rear, like these, aren't hooked up, but you'll be able to just run them and hook them up to whichever one you want. These are new right here. Of course, this is new. Bumper's new. This new. The front grill out, and then there's an app to be able to change the lights on here that you have on your phone to any other different colors. Got this Smitty built. I said Smitty, the Bushwhacker aftermarket fenders. These are really nice. They cost a ton, but they're worth it. Has the lights on them too. That's why I really enjoyed about them. Really well made. I keep them oiled up so they'd always look nice. And they're good. I'm not sure if you plan on doing any off-roading, small off-roading, I don't know, but I didn't. But I like the look. I think it makes it look more lifted up. And in case you did, that articulation of the tires when you're going over rocks or whatever, you don't have to worry about it ripping your factory fenders off. I also did the front fender liners. They are really nice. I had to do some customizing work on that as well. And I painted the stars. They were like silver, but I wanted it to match the car. And so those are new as well. The wheels are all new, and the rims too. This used to be what was on there. These are 35s, and they were just too small. So I switched over to the 37s. So that's why you have, and these right here alone, this whole total setup alone is just a crazy amount of money. But those are new as well. This right here, the side steps are also new as well. I never did get back to putting 2 more bolts up in here. I mean, it's sturdy as hell. It's like 1,000 bolts in this thing, but the 2, it was too short for some reason. I just never made it to the hardware store to put them in just like over here. So, and those are new, of course, as well. Let's see here. You get the 5th wheel, of course. This right here is new. I painted it as well, took it all apart. I did a YouTube on that with me disassembling it, painting it up so it color matches. And I modified this right here swing arm right here to accept this on a tire on an angle. This is made by Smitty built, this bracket here. So I modified it and put it on to here. And it'll come with the original mount that was on here too for straight up and down, but when I ship it to you with the hard top on, I'm going to need to take this mount right here, this tire off, take this mount and move it down into this section here. Of course, that means this right here will also need to come off too as well and to be set inside. There's a YouTube of me doing that, so you'll see how to put it all back together as well. But that way all this will be straight up and down for the hard top. I think I showed you this right here. It's that Tuffy security system right here. So you can have things up in there and don't have to worry about them. Of course, you got the really nice AP. The system sounds beautiful, but with when I installed this, you see it's metal, so the system sounds crappy simply because of that the vibrations from the bass rattles that, and so it sucks. I almost was about to take this back out because I love the sound, and I was going to go take over my welding guy and see if he can do a brace bar in here so he can stop that vibration. As you can see back there is a very, again, high-end amp, a high-end crossover, all mounted behind the seat. This seat slides forward, but I got the car seat on there right now, so I can't show you exactly how it is, but it's mounted to the back of the seat. You can adjust everything there too as well. Let's see here. Here's the backup camera. I also added that to aftermarket. In one of the videos of me doing the modification for the slant, I had my welding guy weld this on here just so that the swing arm will have something to rest on when it's sitting over here. I added this. It's called, I believe they call it a bug rug. It's owned by Velcro. It looks like better than just having the, you know, just the metal. Of course, I added this right here when I removed the standard type of putting the tire on to put the spare tire on to put on the swing arm. Again, these lights right here aren't hooked up, but you can. And of course, I added that, and this whole little system down here too as well. You have the dual exhaust back there too as well. That's not pipes, it's the whole muffler system is to make it the dual. It's not really true dual because it goes from a single pipe to dual exhaust on the end. So just want to make it clear. Let's see here. This right here, our key will come with it too as well. Added this on too as well. Let's see here, and like I said, up in here I put all LED lights all throughout here so it looks nice at nighttime. I upgraded the speakers up inside of here and did the baffling material up in here to make that sound better as well. Added on the metal grab bars here and from front and rear. Let me get inside. This right here is made by Molly, I can't remember how it's something solutions. I painted it. It's a gun holster, and as you can see that part on there, I really don't keep a gun in there. I just love the look of it. So, so I added that on in there. Let's see here. I added this radio here as well. It's Android, really nice. It's going to be a learning curve for you on here. You got to wait for it to kind of boot up, and you can load songs on. This cable down here allows you to load music up onto it. So it's a real nice one. You know, you'll be able to figure all that out. Nice thing for putting your phone on. It's also a cup holder too, but I love this for putting your phone in. You can produce just to any size. It mounts right here, so it's made specifically for the Jeep. Let's see here, anything else up in here? I already told you about here, and here it just shows you the battery power output charging. Let's see here. And this switch down here is also for the rock lights too as well. It was a different type of a plug, so I didn't want to get in there and mess something up. So normally this one will turn it on and off. I have it wrapped by my foot so I can just hit it. But now, even if no matter where you push it on and off with the car running, you won't make a mistake and turn it on or the lights on or off. What will happen is you need to flip the switch up there, the one I showed you, and hit that button down there, and then that'll give you your rock lights at nighttime. And there's an app for that too, to also change the colors. Let's see here. These are the mirrors for when you have your top off and everything. Of course, you have this is the really nice desktop top here. Really nice system, easy to put up and everything. There's a ton of YouTubes to show how to put that up and how to use that. This will be taken off and stored inside somehow, and with all the accessories. Not bad for putting it together, but it's great. Rainstorm coming out, you're out and about, easily be able to pop this up to protect your vehicle from the rain. Let's see here, of course you got the light up here too. This is hooked up too. It's hooked up, I believe, within, oh, no, that right here. And I never took that, unwired that either to hook it up there, so you have that option, or just get the switch down there for that light. You have the Bilstein shocks, all new, front and back, which was a pretty penny as well. You have the Core Tier 2 adjustable lower control arms. As you can see, one of the rock lights right there. Let's see here, where's my little list at here? And I think I had told you about this right here is made by, who was that made by? I believe they were Synergy. It's a shaft brace right here. You can see it there, the gray one. So it not only strengthens the steering box movement, to stop any movement when you, because of the oversized tires, but it also braces the steering right there too. You see that? You see the Pitman arm right there, and you see it right there. So, and there's a grease cert on there because it rotates as there's rotation that goes on in there. So you want to keep that grease every time you do an oil change. I would suggest greasing that as well. So you don't want that to run dry. As you can see, that's relatively new too as well. When I installed that at the same time I did a new steering box. So you have a brand new steering box, Pitman arm, all of that. You can see the dual, so that's all new down there, the dual steering right there. Let's see here. I got the JKS, what was that one? That was the, let's see here, that one was the JKS high steer drag link with flip right here. So what that essentially is to help out with the steering as well, is you see that end, how it's on top. Normally from the factory it's from the bottom. So with some drilling out that had to be done on there and then put it up from the top, that dramatically made the steering better with the large tires and everything. You can see the other JKS system up in there too. So all of these have been upgraded. Everything up in there has been upgraded. Let's see here, what else? Let's see, get my little list here. Let's see here, the steering box, adjustable bars, tie rod ends, of course. I changed those out. The high flip, the Synergy, the dual standard, the air, oil catch, the serpentine belt. Oh, so I got a video out there doing that too as well. So let's see if I can get that up here. So changing out the serpentine belt on here is a bit of work, and luckily for you, it's already been done. So it's a new serpentine belt, and I changed out one of the idler pulleys too as well. So like all of this had to come off. I mean, everything up here had to come off too. I have a video out there. You can take a watch and see me actually doing it. That right there is for changing your oil, when your oil filter right there. What's that? That's, yep, I think I got all that on there. So the idler pulley, let's see here, the shocks. Oh, rear calipers are also brand new as well. Those have an own thing that go bad on the Jeep for some reason. So as you can see, it's brand new as well, both sides. And you can see the Bilstein shocks in the rear as well. And also the upgraded bar, brace bar back there as well. But so it's new pads in there as well, and new pads on the front. And let's see here. Go back to my list. Let's see here, the coolant filter system. Oh, the pedal throttle commander. So these things aren't the quickest. That 3.6 liter engine, especially with big, huge, heavy tires on there. So this right here is normally taped up there with Velcro on the back, but the heat kind of made that release. So it's normally right here. You can control, there's an app for it too, so you can control it from your app. I say give it a try without it on here, and then put it on, say, sport, and just see the difference. I don't do sport too, that would be too much, but it kind of just changes up your throttle response, and it just seems like you have a much bigger, faster engine. It's really nice. from pulling off from a stop. You're not like a snail anymore. You actually have some speed. But with that is, this thing has been lifted. Big heavy tires, these things are monstrous. And so it's on factory drive shafts. So the drive shafts on here are factory. The front wheel drive shaft are factory. The ball joints, the lower ball joints on the front, are also factory as well. So they're still in great condition. Haven't had any issues with them, but it is a lifted Jeep. So if you're trying to, if you plan on going off-roading, I would just suggest upgrading the drive shafts to something that is meant to handle that. Those drive shafts are not meant for that. I drive this around like a normal car, just not like a sports car or anything, so I'm fine. But if you're someone who want to try to drive it like a sports car or take it off-roading, you probably will want to upgrade the drive shafts. Otherwise, you'll be risking snapping it. I don't try to take off from a stop sign like I'm in a Corvette, because that type of stress, this drive shaft just isn't made for all of these big tires and everything. So if you drive it just normal, you know, cruising in the street, enjoying yourself, you'll be fine 100%. Ball joints, they're factory ones. I haven't upgraded them. There are some great upgrades up here, because when you go with this size tires, you should, but I figure I'll upgrade them when they actually start to go bad. It hasn't gotten to that point yet. They still work real great, but just keep an eye. At some point, you probably have to have the ball joints upgraded. Let's see here. Small light, turn signal, color change headlights, rock lights. Yep, the rock lights. I went over that. Tuffy steel date. Okay, so on the doors over here, you have these that were added. And on the other side, on the front doors, you normally just have that net, but that net just gets loose. So I upgraded to some plastic, really nice door pockets. You'll be able to see those. I can't show you right now. But these are really easy to pop on and pop off. As you can see, you got the rain guard here too as well. I'll send these two with you as well, not the wood of course, but the brackets. What's great about these is that they go into the channel up under here. They go into the window channel, especially since you have this on here. Some wrap around and go over this part, but this is sets into the channel, so it accommodates this right here, which is great. So those are great. They're easy to put on. Let's see here, and of course you have the top. I have the Freedom panels in the basement. Those are the two that's over the driver and passenger side that goes into that section. And it has the rear defroster. Let's see here, you'll probably have to watch some videos to show how to put that on. I'll try to put the one together for you. For the soft top, these are the rear windows for that, for the soft top. Of course, all that will be coming with it. I have a few things up in here that I'll send with it too as well. But I think I got it all in a nutshell. Let's see here, just going over to see if I missed anything. But no, I think I got it all. The doors are really pop off. I'll try to show the video. This right here on the front one is the only one that's a little different. I always put a couple of washers in here. I let it out because for some reason this one is a bit off. It was just too far. They just didn't line up. So that was my cure for that one. So it's easy, just loosen that, pop them in, and pop them off when the doors come back on. I end up putting this little bit of rubber in here on all of them because you got this metal to metal, so that it could just be a rattle when you're driving. So this right here did a great job of taking away from any of that rattle when you're driving. Let's see here, anything else I can think of? I can't think of anything else other than that, but it's been a ton of upgrades on here, and I know I didn't cover them all. You may want to consider getting one of these for when the top's off. This is what I use from a security standpoint. And this right here just goes around the steering wheel and then clips right into the to the seatbelt thing over there. It wraps around there, and so I enjoy that one. That's a great one. As you can see, I have a cover on here. There's nothing wrong with the armrest at all. It's in mint condition, but I just like the feel of that opposed when my arm is on there, especially, you know, sleeveless arm is on there. And I ordered a new compartment box in there. The factory one doesn't really give you any room. I think it's actually going to arrive today. And so it goes inside of here, gives you the better use of all that space in there. That'll be in there as well. Other than that, I'll make sure to have all the remotes in here. That over there, that's what I had prior to this one right here. My wife got me that as a gift. A lot of these are gifts on here from my wife and my son. So let's see here. This right here is not hooked up. I'll send the original panel. I was going to use this one, but then I just thought it was too cheesy looking, so I never did end up wiring it up, and end up getting that one from a gift from my wife, so I used that one. So I'll send a panel, so if you want to pop it off and pop the original one back in, you'll have that option. I never upgraded the speakers inside here. Easy upgrade too, the little tweeters. But you see here, as you can see, I have the sun panel up here to keep the sun off your neck and everything. Really nice. I keep this on even when I put the hard top on. I don't take this off. I keep this on all the time, and so no additional work there. Let's see here. You got the net back here. You let the windows down in the back right there. It took my kids forever to figure that out, but that's the switch for letting down the windows in the back. As you can see here, that's how you let the windows up and down. Here's how you lock the doors. And you have an actual plug outlet here. And to turn that on is that one right there. You got the heated seats, although they never really heated up very much for me. Let's see here. Other than that, I think I got everything there. I think I got it all covered. I have wheel locks. I'll send all that along with it too as well. So I think I changed out I like pretty boxes. I changed this one out because the original coolant one was just, you know, grimy looking from, you know, being used. So this is all new, the whole one for the coolant overflow. The only one I didn't get to yet, it was only 14 bucks, is this one right here for the power steering fluid. See how grimy it looks? And I just hate that. And I had saved it in my Amazon box to do it and get to it, but just haven't gotten around to it. So I think that's everything in a nutshell. So I'll get this uploaded and send it to you.